Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of How to Food. Today we'll be making a pork belly. This is a very simple and quick pork belly and ultra crispy. I'm going to start off by simply scoring this pork belly. It's basically just to make cutting easier later, get some salt into the meat, and it helps with the drying out process. You can use a normal carpet cutter, but for this video I assumed no one had one, so I'll just be using a knife. So I'll just use anything straight, old baking tray that's been decommissioned from service. Simply take the pan, make vertical cuts 1 centimeter apart. You don't want to go all the way through, you just want to penetrate the skin and not the meat. This is a bone-in pork belly. I prefer the flavor the bone gives. You can simply remove it, it's very easy to remove, you can just cut it out. But like I said, it's quite a nice surprise getting the bone in your piece of pork belly. Just simply apply salt on both sides and then we'll place it in the fridge overnight to try and draw out some of that moisture. And then after you've salted it on both sides, you literally rub it in a little bit, put it skin side up and place it in the fridge overnight. We want to do this because we want to get all the moisture out, because moisture and crackling is enemies. Alright guys, this is the next day, and as you can see, the salt pulled out a lot of the moisture. You'll see these little bubbles of water and moisture forming on the top of it. Basically, we're just going to pat it dry now. Take your kitchen towel, rub it dry just to get the remaining excess moisture off, rubbing away some of that salt. You can immediately feel the difference in texture. This is going to be very, very crispy, guys. See all the moisture pulled out at the bottom as well. Take a little bit of oil, apply it to the skin. This just helps it not sticking to the bottom. And then we're going to re-salt it again because we rubbed off most of the salt. Okay guys, skin side down. This is one of my little tricks. And then salt it on the back. And then we're going to weight it down. This just prevents the pork belly from curling up and presents much better when it's flat. Take some baking paper, put it down and weight it down. Oven-proof dish, and that's that. Into the oven, 1.5 hours at 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, after 1.5 hours, this is how it looks. Notice there's no crackling formed on the top yet, but it's fully cooked. We're going to put it back into the oven for 10 to 15 minutes and the crackling will rise. Well, that's what I hope. The dark colors on the sides, guys, it's just basically some of the pork juice that's congealed to the top of it. It's not burned in any way. I think that might actually be my favorite parts. Alright guys, we're going to let it rest for about 15 minutes before we cut into it. Just makes the cutting a whole lot easier. Alright guys, so because I've got a bone-in pork belly, you can keep it in and cut it along those lines, or you can remove it and serve it as a separate morsel. If you'd like to remove it, you'd simply turn the belly on its side and run your knife straight down along that ribs. I think I might be cutting along it. Alright guys, it's simple to see. I'm going to cut at an awkward angle just so you guys can see. But just listen to this. Simply delicious. perfect bites, guys. Alright guys, as you can see, this pork belly, extremely crispy, quick, very simple, just salt, you'll get that porky goodness. This is amazing guys. I really hope you guys try this at home. It's really, really simple.